Straight ahead on 12 News, plans for a brewery move forward quickly in Robbinsdale. We'll show you the plans. Plus, preparing for a train disaster. We'll show you the former bread shop in New Hope turned emergency response center. But first, Brooklyn Park Police investigate a child struck by a car after getting off a school bus. 12 News starts right now. Hello and thanks for joining us. A 5-year-old girl is in the hospital after she was hit by a car in Brooklyn Park.
Police say it happened Tuesday afternoon, but are still sorting through the details. Police got the call just before 5 p.m. Tuesday when the child got off a bus near the intersection of 69th and Zane Avenue in front of Northview Junior High. They say the child was crossing to the north side of 69th Avenue when she was hit.
The 5-year-old victim who was struck was getting off the school bus, and there was another vehicle operated by a 16-year-old who had struck the child.
The police say they are still interviewing witnesses to learn more and to determine if charges will be filed.
Workers at a Crystal tattoo parlor are remembering their owner, who police say was killed while out celebrating his birthday. Police say Eduardo Titi Figueroa was assaulted at a Maplewood bar. Witnesses say he was kicked numerous times in the head by 2 apparent strangers. Figueroa owned Hired Guns tattoo shop on Bass Lake Road. On the shop's Facebook page, his colleagues describe him as, quote, the backbone of their team, and they say, quote, it will be tough moving forward. Maplewood police have arrested 1 suspect in the case. They continue to look for 2 more people believed to be involved.
And police hope to gather more criminal evidence against a man caught on surveillance videos stealing a package from a Champlin home's doorstep. The man seen outside this Champlin home is a suspect in other thefts, including cases in Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center, New Hope, and Robbinsdale. Right now, he only faces a misdemeanor theft charge and would avoid jail time. Police hope to gather evidence in multiple cases so the county attorney's office can bring felony charges. In the meantime, the suspect has been released from police custody.
A national study shows Minnesota ranks 5th in the nation for student debt, with the average debt load of $30,000. University of Minnesota President Eric Kaler says those numbers, though, don't tell the whole story, though it is true Minnesota families are picking up more of the cost.
In 1997, the state of Minnesota's investment in the university covered about 70% of the cost of going to college. Today, as you can see, it's down to 42%.
Kaler spoke to members of the North Hennepin Area Chamber of Commerce. He said 37% of students at the U of M do graduate with no debt at all, and half graduate with less than $12,000 in debt. Still, the importance of a tuition freeze is key, and it's something that the university will seek in the next legislative session.
I think putting the brakes on tuition costs are important for everybody. It will enable more people to graduate debt-free. It will limit the amount of debt that other people have to take on and begin to chip away at that average that we've been talking about.
U of M tuition is currently $12,600 per year. You've likely seen the oil trains traveling to and from North Dakota come right through our area.
And even though accidents involving trains are extremely rare, emergency crews are ready to respond. Reporter Shannon Slatton takes us inside a new response facility in New Hope.
Everything is ready to go 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
A building in New Hope where you used to be able to pick up day-old bread now is home to equipment that could save lives and neighborhoods.
CP feels that it's essential to be prepared in case an incident were to occur involving dangerous goods with one of our trains.
So Canadian Pacific keeps their emergency response vehicles here with the response company Wink. They can deploy anywhere in a moment's notice.
The common term you always hear in medicine, I think, would be practicing medicine. Well, we're practicing hazardous material response.
That means responders keep anything and everything inside of these trucks.
We have so much stuff here and so many unique tools that are specifically tailored to what we're doing.
From hoses to wrenches, the idea is no matter the disaster, crews have what they need to handle it.
If we're at a remote site where something has occurred and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, we might not have access to a local hardware store, so we need to have the basics ready right at our fingertips.
But because railroad accidents involving hazardous materials are rare, this equipment is used most frequently for training local first responders.
It's not just spills and response that we deal with. We're teachers and trainers. We are preparedness coaches to help set up plans in place to help prevent spills from happening in the first place.
So day-to-day operations here revolve around preparation and making sure you have what you need nearby when the worst happens.
Knowing some things about railroad operations, knowing about railroad cars, knowing about how to obtain information on what dangerous goods might be involved in a train are essential.
In New Hope, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
Railroad emergencies are just a small percentage of what Wink Response does on a daily basis. They also respond to a variety of disasters ranging from car accidents to hurricanes.
Today is a big kickoff day for holiday giving. Thursday is Give to the Max Day, when donation dollars in Minnesota are matched through the givemn.org website. Among the charities raising money is the Food Group in New Hope, formerly known as the Emergency Food Shelf Network. The Food Group raised $34,000 last year. This year it hopes to raise close to $40,000. For nonprofits like the Food Group, Give to the Max Day is one of the biggest fundraising drives of the year.
It's just a really terrific way, especially for a smaller nonprofit, to have a lot of donors give to your organization all within a 24-hour time span. So it's really important for all of us in the nonprofit community.
At the Food Group, $1 donated is enough to provide 2 nutritious meals. A new drinking and eating experience is a step closer to reality in Robbinsdale.
The city's Economic Development Authority has given a brewery company the exclusive right to negotiate to buy the old TCF building. Means a tap room could open there by early spring.
Well, it adds excitement to the street.
With a handful of popular restaurants within walking distance of the former TCF Bank building in Robbinsdale, city officials say a brewery and tap room there would be a perfect fit.
It fits with our other businesses, our Eat Street type of a fame right now. And I think it will add a lot. There's going to be a lot of synergy having all these types of facilities together. So
these are early drawings of what the wicked Wort Brewing Company would look like if it takes over the former bank.
We want to make our beer here, sell it here, and the idea is that we have it's going to be fresh in the serving tanks.
The wicked Wort tap room wouldn't serve food. Instead, they would encourage customers to buy takeout at the nearby restaurants and then walk it over to their place.
I mean, there's 1 million restaurants around here, okay, and you can get anything from anybody. I mean, and then all the ones that we work in, you can bring the food in.
EDA member Bill Blonigan says the group has experience building other tap rooms in the Twin Cities, and the proposal to give the company the exclusive right to negotiate with the city moved forward quickly.
it wasn't a surprise that we did this. It was a surprise that we did this a week after we bought the building, that somebody's already interested.
Future plans already call for an event center and boutique once the brewery is up and running, and already the feedback is positive.
When I put this on the internet that this happened last night, the support exploded. I haven't had anything that has shown more support than this concept.
The brewing company has until January to come to a deal with the city. Still ahead, we head to Maranatha Christian Academy to meet this week's standout student.
And then a little bit later in sports, Maple Grove takes on three-time defending state champion Eden Prairie in the football playoffs. We'll have a preview.
But first, a Friday freeze. Morning temperatures will be in the single digits. A grocery store, pharmacy, and local hospital have joined forces to promote health and wellness.
North Memorial Healthcare and Untitled pharmacies entered into a partnership earlier this fall. Now, when customers are in the grocery store, they can receive pamphlets in nutrition and medication advice and take part in interactive events on how to live a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, we are super excited about this partnership where we can jointly offer healthcare tips and prescription offers, store tours, and just broaden our expertise with physician assistants through North Memorial.
Some of the events planned at Untitled stores include healthy eating around the holidays, cough and cold prevention, and also heart health awareness. He is a star on the basketball court as well as in the classroom.
Brock Burquest is a senior at Maranatha, and reporter Sonia Goins has more on this standout student.
Brock Burquest really does do it all. He's a senior class president, he's on the student council, and he's a member of the National Honor Society.
So I looked up the definition of spiritual discipline.
Psychology is his favorite subject.
I just like the environment. It's kind of like, it's not really like a normal class get like more interactive learning. It's neat. Yeah.
Brock is also making moves on the basketball court. The power forward and captain of the team helped the Mustangs reach several state tournaments.
And we took second and third. So this year we're hopefully trying to get back there.
He's also an all-conference baseball player. He pitches and catches.
And he's blossomed into an excellent athlete. So he's really put in a ton of hard work to become a better athlete.
Brock says balancing academics and athletics can be challenging at times.
I know a couple weeks ago I had a big week where I just got piled on with homework, and that's gets really stressful, but it kind of evens out.
He says he leans on his faith to guide him.
Like just daily decisions, if I'm like, should I do this? I'm like, no, I probably shouldn't, based on what Jesus, I mean, that's kind of cliche, but just thinking if I should do that or not.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
Brock also mentors younger students, and he hasn't decided, though, on which college to attend, but says he would like to be either a basketball or baseball coach. Coming up, a turkey that's really frozen in its tracks.
But first, the Robins Adapted Soccer is on a championship streak, but they will be challenged at this weekend's state tournament. John Jacobson has that and more when we come back with sports.
So this is what tundra looks like at the frozen turf of John Hanson Stadium in Osseo. Volunteers got to work. About 25 to 30 Osseo football players and about a dozen parents gave up their time Wednesday night to shovel the bleachers and sweep snow off the steps. While the Osseo team is disappointed that they're not playing, the head coach knows this is an opportunity to represent Oriole football in another way.
We understand. We'd love to be playing right now. That'd be great. But it just didn't happen. So you got to teach the kids, hey, you know what? You didn't win. So what? You're hosting some games. Come on out and help out and make it a fun night for the other teams also.
Tonight's game between Totino Grace and Lakeville North has a new start time. That's 6 p.m. Osseo also hosts 2 games on Saturday. A lot of work there. It's going to be a few cold games for everybody.
Right, and Hopkins High School kind of going through the same thing today, getting ready to host Maple Grove and Eden Prairie on Friday night, clearing off their field and their stands. They will have to play through some cold on Friday night, but the good news for the Maple Grove football team, they're in the state semifinals for the first time in school history. As Jay Wilcox reports, the Crimson are very happy to still be playing.
The original plan for the Crimson was to practice outside all season, since the games are outdoors this fall. But snow and cold Tuesday made the indoors a good place to be in the dome at Maple Grove.
Yeah, you know, ideally it'd be to practice outside because we're going to be playing outside, but with all that snow out there, we can't be playing outside, so it's nice that we got the dome here.
Maple Grove won a tight, physical 10-7 battle over Prairie Lake in the Class 6A quarterfinals last week. It was a good gut-check win over a good team.
Yeah, I felt like it was a good wake-up call. We made some adjustments, then we got going.
It was big. It was his first ever state win, and it's kind of a hump you had to get over. And I think quietly, kind of the school knew that we hadn't had one yet. So I think getting that win against a really, really good Prairie Lake team who played great defensively was a good win for our program. But we still want to do more with this year.
Maple Grove now meets 3-time defending champion Eden Prairie. It's a program with 9 state titles since 1996. The Crimson guys look at playing EP as an opportunity rather than something to be intimidated by.
The EP thinks they can win, but a lot of it is belief too that you can win. If you have that belief behind you, you can do great things.
They've got what we want, and I think we're viewing that as an opportunity, not anything to be scared of. But that's who else would you want to play in a situation like this? And yes, I've gone back to some of the previous experiences I've had, and having those encounters earlier, it was nice. I think they know I have seen them and have been there, and so there's a little confidence with that. But our kids believe. I think they've believed all year this is the level we want to play, and there's really nobody else they'd want to play.
Whatever the outcome, Friday will be a big step for Crimson football. Jay Wilcox, 12 Sports.
Maple Grove and Eden Prairie kick off at 6 o'clock Friday at Hopkins High School. State High School League rules do not allow live webcasts or television of state quarterfinal or semifinal playoff games, so we at Channel 12 cannot bring you the game live. However, you can watch a replay of it Saturday morning at 10 or Saturday evening at 7 or 10 p.m. The State Adapted Soccer Tournament kicks off Friday. A local squad will be looking to extend an amazing streak. The Robbinsdale Hopkins Mound West Hockin Robbins PI Division team has won 6 consecutive state championships in soccer. Despite that strong history, the Robins aren't the top seed for the North Conference this season. They lost a game to Anoka-Hennepin, their first regular season loss in many years, and ended up a number 2 seed.
Really helped us become aware of some of the problems we have, some of our weaknesses and our mistakes. So it gave us a time to be able to sit down with the kids and really talk about it and create a learning experience that we haven't had. You know, we haven't lost a regular season game in 8 years, so teachable moments in that sense have been hard to come by.
Very excited. I think we're ready as some circumstances, but there's stuff that we can still work on. But other than that, yeah, I think we're ready for it.
The Robins come into the state tournament with a 5-1 record. It's been a long layoff since their last regular season game, but they've been helped by scrimmaging against some Armstrong 9th grade girls soccer players.
It's been very helpful for us to make sure that we play our defense. And they taught us new drills this year that helped us in our scrimmages.
The Robins don't have an easy tournament opener. They face Dakota United, runner-up the past 2 seasons, Friday night at 6:30. The tournament continues Saturday at Stillwater High School. The state girls swimming prelims are tonight in Class AA in Minneapolis. Several local swimmers qualified for state in Class AA. The top 16 in each event will swim in the consolation and championship finals Friday night. Wayzata is a defending state Class AA champions, and we asked the Trojans about defending their title.
We really want it, but I mean it's gonna be a tough one. So there's some really good teams, so we'll see. It definitely is a much different feel. It's like more, I guess, like intense feeling, and I don't know, it gets everybody in this like certain zone.
It's a brand new year and it's a brand new team, and everybody else is a brand new team too, so it's anybody's game.
The Class AA swimming and diving finals start at 6 o'clock Friday at the U of M Aquatic Center. So it'll be a lot of good swimmers, a chance for many girls in this area to medal.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Still ahead, a turkey that's just too cold to gobble.
The pictures to prove it next. Well, finally, 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, we've gone cold turkey. Make that really cold turkey.
That's right. Look at what one Champlin homeowner carved up. We found this turkey frozen solid. It's been the talk of the neighborhood and a treat for the kids to see. And judging by just how cold it is, it could take a long time to thaw out before Thanksgiving. It should be nice if it was there at Thanksgiving.
It'll
right?
be an ice. Yeah, it'll be an ice turkey.
That's right. That does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
Community Corner is up next, and we'll see you again tomorrow.